Gary, the CEO of Camacol Doral, and welcome to Camacol Talk. This is a video podcast that we do, and where we feature our members, our strategic partners, our board of directors, and community leaders that are helping to shape the growth of Miami and South Florida. This program is brought to you by the City of Doral, Baptist Health South Florida, Equitable Advisors, and City Place Doral. My guest today is Nancy Batista-Rodriguez. She is the CEO of Baptist Outpatient Services. Baptist Health South Florida, as you have heard, is a major partner of Camacol. And today we're going to talk about their outpatient centers and their new hospital, a new innovative hospital in the city of Doral. So let's sit back and let's listen to this conversation. Well, hello, everyone. And again, Camacol Talk, and it's my pleasure to bring to you Nancy Batista-Rodriguez, the CEO of Baptist Outpatient Services. Nancy, welcome to the show.
Hi, Pete. Thank you so much for having us this morning.
Well, once again, the timing is right on point. We've got this situation going with the new surge in COVID. And of course, we were just talking off camera now that your downtown Doral location opened up in September of last year in the middle of all the craziness. And you never know how the community is going to respond. But as you have mentioned to me, they have responded quite vigorously and with a lot of interest because, of course, Baptist had such a major influence on the health of Doral for so many years. There's a lot to talk about, so let's get right into our conversation. Can you tell us, first of all, a little bit about the latest project in the city of Doral?
Absolutely. So I'm so excited today to announce that we will be opening our first acute care hospital in the Doral community for Baptist Health. This fall, it will be located at 9500 Northwest 58th Street in the heart of Doral. And really, this facility will help to complement our other services that we offer. And we took a while to really understand where were there gaps in services for this community that is so important to Baptist Health. And we know that many of the patients from the Doral community travel to other facilities, Baptist, South Miami, West Kendall, for acute care, right, for inpatient care. So this facility will be opening this fall. And again, I think it will be an important complement to the services that we already provide to Doral.
So what is going to be different about this location as opposed to the other urgent care locations that you have?
Perfect. So yes, absolutely. This will be a 2-story facility. It will have a full service emergency department. So again, for patients that are sick or really that need emergency level care, we will have inpatient care as well. So patients that can be staying in the hospital. Full service ancillary, so pharmacy, laboratory, diagnostic. So really definitely taking care of the more acute care needs versus an urgent care that's really for minor illnesses and injuries. And we will also, I'm sorry, just to add, we'll be performing surgery there as well. And when it comes to the design of the facility, we really wanted to make it high technology, but also very easy to navigate and convenient, which again, at the end of the day, we know that that is what the Doral community wants. And when you look at the facility, we also partnered with the city of Doral and a local artist, Corolla Bravo. And we selected through the process of the City of Doral Public Arts Program, a piece of art, which you will see in the facility, and it's called a water map. And we are very excited about it because, again, we really wanted to create that healing environment that's also, again, when patients get there, they're usually very anxious. So really create a facility that, puts them at ease and treats them like family and provides that personalized care that Baptist is known for. High quality, but also very personal.
What I love about what you're doing here, and the slide says it all, the art of health and healing. I tell you that a very dear friend of mine, Marcelo Loel, who is the brainchild behind the Doral Contemporary Art Museum, I believe was the consultant or one of the consultants for your art initiative at this location here. So I'm excited to see what is happening here. And of course, this facility will be part of the huge art movement happening in the city of Doral. Speaking about that, Baptist has been around Doral a long time. What is a long time? How many years have you been there?
So yes, actually, we've been in Doral for close to 3 decades, and I remember I've been with Baptist Health 19 years. And my first office was in Doral back 19 years ago for Baptist Health. And so we've been very, very committed to this community. Again, when healthcare services were definitely not what they are today, it was a growing community. We're very proud that we've grown with Doral. And currently we have two other locations. We have our Doral Medical Plaza, which opened back in 2003, and it's in 9915 Northwest 41st Street. We do have urgent care services there, as well as a full diagnostic complement, CT scan, MR, digital mammography, bone density, ultrasound. So really full complement, and physician offices as well. So as we grow within the hospital, we will be adding additional physicians that complement our services here at this particular location. So we've been around there for a while. And as you mentioned, we wanted an additional location to service the growing downtown Doral area. And we opened our downtown Doral community center, I should say, back in September, really in the midst of the pandemic. And we knew that, again, testing was very, very important at this time, as well as really being able to take care of patients that were sick, but really did not need an ER when our ERs were full. So that particular location is in the heart of downtown Doral, 8400 Northwest 53rd Street. We offer urgent care, diagnostic care as well, primary care, cardiology, and we will be opening a physical therapy location this fall as well. So really very proud to offer all of these services, again, as you mentioned, during a time where in the heat of COVID, we know that the community needs it.
I remember back in the day, you had another location over at Beacon, right
Yes,
on
Beacon
Northwest
Center.
12th Street. I remember going there about 30 years ago
Mhm.
for something. I think, or I took someone that was, from I was working right around the corner there. So I remember that back in the day, and it's amazing what has happened since then, and the mark that Baptist has had in the city of Doral. And speaking to that, can you tell us how all your same day care services help to provide convenient care to the Doral community? Tell us a little bit, expand on that a little bit.
Absolutely. So again, we try to provide a level of service for each type of patient need. And we know that the patients that come to our outpatient locations, again, may have a concern, but they want that convenience, in and out. So we offer hours of operation that, vary from 7 in the morning till 11 p.m. Again, convenient for folks that are working or students, or just, again, being there when perhaps individual physicians can't be there. And as I mentioned, testing, we are seeing an incredible amount of patients for COVID testing and COVID related concerns. And again, we can quickly diagnose, and if they need another level of service, if they need to be transferred to one of our hospitals, they are. But again, making sure that they stay within the Baptist Health Network, and making sure that they receive the care that they trust from our facilities and our system.
Speaking about COVID, everyone, starting with the home, our homes, businesses, you know, locations for the general public, there are protocols that need to be in place to make sure that you're doing everything to for the safety of first your employees, and in this case the community members, the folks that are coming in from, in this case, the city of Doral. What kind of protocols you have in place?
Well, I could tell you that we have spent so much time thinking and planning, again, making sure that at all times we comply with all state, local, and of course, CDC guidelines related to safety. And again, I also want to highlight that Baptist Health, as you know, has many hospitals, many outpatient locations across 3 counties,
Hmm.
and every single one of our locations comply with all of our protocols. So for it's very important, which is why at the current time, some of our facilities are so busy that we have to close for a period of time until we can treat the patients that are inside, safe by, again, not being so overcrowded. We have point of entry screening at all of our locations for patients. Everyone that comes into our facilities have to wear masks. As much as possible, we've gone to a digital intake process. So again, making sure that we reduce the ability to transfer the virus. We have visitor precautions. Again, as we've seen this surge, we are definitely, trying to limit visitors. Why? To keep our patients and our employees safe. All our infection control practices, making sure that enhanced cleaning is in place at all times. If patients don't feel comfortable waiting inside our facility, we allow them to wait in the car, and we call them when we're ready for them. And again, thank God, we've been very, fortunate with regards to personal protective equipment. Baptist Health has really taken advantage of its size and scale, so that at no time we've had concerns with PPE. And all of our employees, to really stress, they do daily wellness checks to make sure that they're safe to work. And continually, we're training our staff on just the changing guidelines, which happen, day to day, week to week, it seems.
Now, Baptist Health South Florida offers many in-kind services for the community. What are some of the resources that are being offered to the community?
I think this is something, and I really want to take a moment to highlight, that really differentiates Baptist Health as a healthcare system. We are very, very committed to our community, and not only to be there when patients need us when they're sick, but really, focus on wellness. And we have pivoted, given the pandemic, to virtual programs, since again, it would not be prudent to have some of these things in person. But since March of 2020, which again, when COVID hit,
Hmm.
we've hosted over 3,000 programs, and we've engaged close to 200,000 people virtually, which I think is really incredible. And, we've, focused on that stay home. We have 75 virtual classes per week, everything from physician talks and having all of our experts, meditation and emotional well-being. And really, that emotional well-being has been a big focus of Baptist Health. We know how this pandemic has impacted people personally, anxiety, depression.
Yeah.
So really a lot of programs surrounding that. And even if you're home, we want to keep you active. So we have exercise classes, Zumba, yoga, Pilates, Tai Chi, cardio, strength, and all of that is being done virtually. So we really want our community to take advantage of these services. We have a virtual program schedule, and it's events at events.baptisthealth.net, which again, you can see all of the things that we offer. We do have, we've had in the past our Doral Run Club. Due to the pandemic, we've put that on hold. But as soon as we can, definitely restart that, that is a favorite of the Doral community for sure. And we also partner with the schools. So we have a partnership with the downtown Doral Charter School,
Hmm.
where we offer monthly virtual classes and wellness seminars for students. And we've also partnered with the Parent Teacher Association there as well, so we can offer programs for teachers and parents in the community at large.
You are literally across the street from the school.
Yes,
Wh-
absolutely. So definitely we've partnered with them, and really, again, talk about convenience, right? If you pick up your
Yes.
child from school and they're not feeling well, you can just cross the street and take them there. So they've definitely been great partners. And again, as well as the Codina group, and so many other community resources and influencers there in Doral.
Very much so. And you mentioned part of what you're doing is focusing on the emotional well-being of everyone. My own personal opinion is that is what is going to linger the longest of all of this. Just from our health, our jobs, our careers, our businesses. that is a huge, huge part. And, we talked about the coronavirus and the economic virus. I think the emotional virus is one that is going to be lingering for a long time to come. And I know obviously Baptist is a leader in working with folks that are going through all of that. And speaking of, I guess fear, right? Which has been a big part of all of this. If someone is afraid to go in for care, you might have already hit on this, but is there an alternative to all of this?
Absolutely. So it's interesting. One of the things that you've probably heard a lot about as we do our different campaigns is really making sure that patients do not delay care. Because again, our medical experts are concerned about the delay of care and the long-term impact that that may bring. So as we did at the beginning of the pandemic, we are offering, and we have throughout offered online urgent care. Sometimes patients may have a question, a concern, but they do not feel safe in coming to a facility. So, and I'm very happy to report that we are also turned on our free online urgent care visits. So with the code CARE19, patients can access our virtual care for free. And again, we have our nurse practitioners, our physicians that man this virtual care program. And again, if you need in-person care, they will send you to the most appropriate location. But at least that first contact, and again, if it can be resolved virtually, it is. But if not, they will send you to the appropriate level of care. And I could tell you this virtual care and telehealth, as you all know, has been a godsend to healthcare as an industry. In the peak of the pandemic and now through this surge, we have seen volumes on our online urgent care programs quickly come up again as another alternative. It doesn't solve every issue that you may have, but it's definitely another tool in the toolbox, as I call it, to take care of our community during this difficult time.
Before we wrap it up, Nancy, I have a question for you in regards to all your colleagues at Baptist. You are in the front line of everything going on. The healthcare workers, obviously, along with the first responders. How is it going for everyone internally at Baptist? And we go back to obviously their health, but in particular their emotional well-being. How if you look around and you look at your team and everyone that works with you and works in the whole Baptist health system there, how are you handling their challenges and as they're navigating through all of this?
Pete, and again, I can't underscore it is a very, very difficult time. Our folks have been at this for 16 months plus. I think last year people thought, give it a couple of months, things will be back to normal. But now we see that this just continues and lingers. Our staff is tired, right? Which is why we are big proponents of vaccination and, really believing in the science and getting the vaccine. Again, we've put a lot of resources in ensuring that our staff, have all of the resources that they need, like we mentioned, PPE, all of the supplies, but also focusing them on them as people. So we have appointed a chief well-being officer for Baptist Health. For the first time ever. So not only worried about the physical well-being, but the emotional well-being of our employees. We continuously look at staffing. So we're augmenting staffing week to week, looking at that very, very closely. But I think that the power of a system is really what has allowed us to prevail. We meet weekly, all of the senior leaders at Baptist Health, to talk about what each facility needs. How can we help Homestead, South Miami, West Kendall, the outpatient division? And really, I could say, we're very fortunate that we can leverage the size and scale of Baptist Health, that when one facility may need a service or additional capacity, that another facility can come and help. And really at the end of the day, being guided by our mission of Baptist Health, which is taking care of the community and being there for them. So, again, I can't underscore enough just how proud we are of our system, of our people, that regardless of how they feel, how tired they are, how exhausted, they come to work each and every day, and they're working so hard. And there's so many stories that are so inspirational of patients that may be in our hospitals and our ICUs for so long, but they survived COVID-19. And I think that that's what fuels us at Baptist Health, is really staying true to our mission and to our calling, which is to take care of people when they need us most.
Absolutely. And I know so many have so many friends that are with, colleagues of yours, and I can see the pride and the determination in spite of the challenges here. To wrap it up, how can the viewers, especially obviously in the city of Doral, connect with you and to find out a lot more about all your services and what you offer?
Absolutely. And especially given how dynamic COVID-19 has been, and just having information from your trusted, healthcare provider, please connect with us on Facebook, Baptist Health South Florida, on Instagram, on Twitter, on LinkedIn. We're constantly putting, updates on whether it's visitor policies of operation for any particular reason, a lot of information with regards to just facts. And, sometimes, I want to know more about the vaccine, or I'm concerned about X or Y. So, definitely connect with us via social media and all of these different venues. We want to keep you informed. We want to keep you updated. And at the end of the day, we want to keep you connected to Baptist Health.
Nancy, thank you so much for taking time to give us a very detailed and complete update. It's important for the viewers, for the city of Doral and beyond, because Baptist is not just Doral, but it's beyond that. And we want to make sure that, we give you that platform to spread that very, very important, relevant, and timely information. So thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Pete. And thank you for giving us the opportunity to share.
You got it. Have a wonderful day. Take care.
Thank you.
Thank you once again to Nancy Batista-Rodriguez from Baptist Outpatient Services. Again, a great update on what they're doing to serve the community in the city of Doral, and especially as we're going through this COVID pandemic that is still front and center. I want to thank you very much for being with us here today. Please check us out on our Facebook page, LinkedIn, Twitter, and of course, on our YouTube channel, Camacol Talk, and take a moment to subscribe to our channel. Thank you so much for being with us here today. Have a great week.